Now, here's one more thing to think about when you're getting ready to pick out carpet and to get it installed and all that kind of stuff. Make sure, even if you're getting it from Home Depot, okay, make sure that whoever you're getting it from, they send somebody out here to measure your entire area. Don't say, oh, they don't have to do that. I got one stairway with 15 stairs on it, and I got a bedroom that's 12 by 12 and a guest room that's 11 by 11 and 2 little closets. No. You can't figure carpet square yardage out that way, because all the carpet needs to be run in the same direction. Did you know that? The carpet nap has a direction to it. In most carpet backings, there'll be a direction arrow on it or something. Or even if there wasn't an arrow, carpet installers, they can just do this and they know which way to run the carpet. Do you know what I mean? See how this way makes a mark, this way makes a mark going the other way. Now, can you see that if all the joints and the seams aren't going the same direction, that your floor's not going to look right? Even in the closets, I don't want a closet where they have to flip it 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and well, hey, we don't have any more length, because carpet is measured by 12 foot long, 12 foot wide, and however many feet long. And then the carpet guys, when they get out here, they've got to make it all work in one direction so that all the carpet on the stairs is going one direction. And if the direction of the nap is going that way, all the carpet upstairs, all the nap needs to go that way. You see what I'm saying? And some places, if they don't measure it properly, they may say, oh, we've got some remnants, and we cut it an L-shaped out of a bedroom or something. And you see, like this area here, look, this is all cut up. See how it's like this, and over here, and over here, and over here. And maybe they didn't measure the carpet properly, or you measured it and they didn't. And you've got two pieces going this way, two little pieces left, and not enough to fill this. So now the installer has to piecemeal this together, because they have a long piece like this in their scraps that they cut out for the closet or something else, or for an L-shaped room, say, like that. But they can't fit it here, even though they have enough carpet, because the pile, the carpet nap is going the wrong direction, so they can't do that. But they have two little pieces that go this way, that they can piecemeal this together. Now you got an extra seam in here. Who wants that? So please, if there's nothing else you've learned on this video, make sure you have somebody come out and measure your rooms properly, so that when the installers come out, they have enough carpet and it's all running the same direction, and they know how they're going to cut. They're going to cut an L-shaped piece, and that L-shaped piece is still going in the right direction, and they can take that scrap and they can put it in the closet going that direction. They can put it in the bedroom closet, this little piece right in here, because they've got a piece wide enough that they cut off another piece of carpet, and it's going the same direction as the rest of the carpet. You see what I'm saying? So, Home Depot will do that. Most carpet places, any carpet place will do that. And here's another thought for you too. Sometimes they have different deals. Home Depot sometimes will say, hey, if you buy your carpet from us, we'll install it for you for free. Okay? And lots of carpet places will do that. Other places won't do that. So depending if you have enough room of carpet in your house, and maybe they say, oh, you have to purchase, after 100 yards of carpet, or 50 yards of carpet, or who knows whatever their cutoff is. If you order, and if your order's higher than that, we'll come out and install it for free. Okay, so there's always that kind of thing to check and ask, because if you don't ask, you don't get. And maybe another place charges you $350 for the carpet installers to come out, or $400 or $500. depending on how big your house is, right? So you could have just saved that $400 or $500 to upgrade your carpet pad to the odor one, to upgrade your actual carpet, to upgrade your wood laminate flooring that you were going to install, but now instead of that, you're going to upgrade to the vinyl planking. You know, there's always all kinds of different ways to save money. Or you're going to save money. Hey, how much is it going to cost to rip out all the carpet in the carpet pad and to do all that? Oh, that's going to be $250. Okay, I'm going to do that on my own. Okay, so you do it on your own. You save that $250. Now you got an extra $250, and then they're going to install the carpet for free. So you've got that extra savings. And now you've got that money that you can apply for a new sink faucet that broke. And you're not quite sure. You're not quite sure where that money's going to come from. But you had enough to pay somebody to install your carpet. You know? You see what I'm saying? So there's lots of things like that. In fact, that's what my channel's all about. I show you how to fix all kinds of stuff. And I always say, if I show it to you, I will not show you anything I think you can't do. That's what my channel's about. And you can see me. I'm just an average Joe. And I show people, if I can do it, you can do it. And lots of times, more times than not, I'm showing you something that I'm doing on my own. So if I can do it by myself, that means you can do it by yourself. And maybe you don't have to pay somebody to help you if you've got enough time for it. And, you know, everything in here, I haven't asked anybody to help me with anything. I'm getting ready to paint all this. Well, guess what? I'm going to be painting the ceilings on my own. I'm going to be painting the walls on my own. I painted the doors already on my own. I'm going to paint the door jambs, the baseboard on my own. Here's all the doors that I already painted. I didn't have to pay anybody for all these 14 doors. I painted them myself. You know what it cost me? It cost me a gallon of paint. That's what it cost me. $31, $32. I already had the paint brushes and everything. That's what it cost me. I got some craft paper that I put down as my drop, and I might use some craft paper inside. Maybe not now, because we're going to be replacing all this flooring and all the carpet. See, before we weren't going to take any of the flooring out and any of the carpet, so I was going to use craft paper. Comes in a roll like this. This is your best friend, by the way. That's $13. Craft paper. How do you like that? See, I use that. I can just leave it down there, and then when I get ready to paint the garage, after I get all the doors done, guess what? This is my drop cloth right up against the wall. I can take another piece and just slide it along with my foot, an 8-foot piece, set it here as I'm painting the ceiling, and then just kind of push it along. And if I drip a little bit, oh, I can see where the paint drip is, can't I? Because it's right there on the drop. And so all kinds of stuff. I show you, I save. I can save you so much money that you can use for other things. That you can use to upgrade your small little toilet like this to an elongated toilet, to a handicap style elongated toilet that sits up higher for you, for your grab bars that you need, which you didn't think you could afford. Okay? Or whatever it is. You start learning how to fix some of these things on your own, and you'll have the money. Okay, yeah, you got to buy a few tools along the way, but the money that you're saving from doing it yourself, you've got plenty of money to buy your tools. And once you buy a tool, chances are you may not have to buy a tool again. You buy the right type of hammer, fiberglass hammer like this. There's no way I can break this. No way whatsoever. Don't get the wood handle ones. They crack off after a while. This thing, I can pry on that. I can beat that till cows come home. I'm not going to have to purchase another hammer ever again. Okay, that was probably $10 out of my pocket, but hey, I use it all the time. Same thing with all the different types of things I got in my nail bag and stuff. I've had for years. This sheetrock knife I've had for probably 15 years. I got a sheetrock saw in there that's probably older than your kids. They're probably 30 years old. Still works. So I use it. Okay, so that's all I guess I was going to tell you about ordering and installing carpet. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. And I hope to see you on the next episode. And if you haven't been watching the other episodes, if you like the way I present things, and if you like certain things that you think that I could help you save money, watch the other episodes of this condo renovation to learn that much more for your next project.